I'm the Biz Manager and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Now my friends, today we are gonna dedicate ourselves to something a little bit different. We are gonna try and look into the night sky and see what lies beyond. Is big star big far? I don't know, we'll have to see, but for that we first need to build a bunch of rocket platforms so that we can build rockets in order to send them to space in the first place. So yeah, we already have this little bit of ladder coming around, but yeah, that's like, nah. Like, do you really think the dupes will go all the way over there? And the what? Nah. Nah, dupes are lazy, my friends. Dupes are lazy. We all know that. So, given that we have a little bit of plastic, which is actually not a lot, I need more. At least for now, we're just gonna start tubing a few things over here. Okay. Just to help the dupes go up a little bit, given that we are gonna focus ourselves over here for the next few episodes. Having a means of transportation would not be super terrible. So, with that in mind, we're just gonna make one of these bad boys, a transit tube access, like probably, if you could guess, a temporary one, you would be correct. It is most likely a temporary transit tube. That's fine. It's totally fine. How many watts of power? It's something ridiculous that these things consume. Yeah, 960. Yeah, ridiculous. That's fine. I'll build another one of these. Totally okay. But yeah, screw the power. No one cares about that. What do we care is about the tubing part, because that's the expensive part. 50? 50 per unit. So pretty much the idea is quite simple. We go like this, and then bam, through here. And then, you know what, it can end up in here. It's totally fine. Bam, there we go. And then, because, you know, we're not animals, we even give it a little bit of a floor over here. This should help out quite a lot, my friends. Yeah, our dupes definitely need a way to get upstairs. Not only that, we are definitely gonna need this as well. So, my dupes, even though the iron ore is mighty useful, it is what we have most available to us. So, my dupes, oh boy, this is in the way, isn't it? Of course it is. Get out of here. Get out. But yeah, my friends, pretty much we have to now just start making a few things here and there. This is going to be mighty helpful, because dupes take a very long time getting into space. And yeah, without this, it's going to take like 50 episodes to get everything set up. Now, another thing, my friends, in my Discord, we got dropped, I believe it was Grignac. Apologies for... if I'm saying the name wrong, but we were dropped a brand new piece of tech, my friends. You see this thing? This is mighty complicated, right? For a self-checking signal. No. We're gonna get rid of this, and we're gonna use something far more useful. I believe it is like... I truly have the memory of a goldfish, my friends. I looked at this before I started the episode, and guess what? I already forgot. But because of the power of editing, you guys have no idea how long it took me to go to Discord and find this out. But yeah, pretty much, my friends, the idea is quite simple and very ingenious. You have a green wire that goes like this, right? And then this green wire, it goes into a buffer gate, and this buffer gate resets the memory. And you know, this then continues like this. So pretty much, if this wire is constantly green, it's gonna turn the memory green, which in turn is gonna turn the buffer green, which in turn is going to reset the memory for a certain amount of time, the time that the buffer is active. However, in this process, there is a split second where a pulse is actually able to go through. Once the buffer is exhausted, it's going to stop resetting this. If the wire is still green, the entire process will repeat itself. So instead of having this ginormous mess over here, we can have just something as simple as this. So that's the theory. Let's see if it works in practice, because if it does, yeah, it's just gonna simplify our lives tremendous a lot. It's going. I don't know why I try to keep saying that word. I can't say it, but I still try it. But yeah, it's gonna help us a lot, my friends. But well, my friends, as fun as the automation part is, I gotta be honest, my brain is still half melted from my experiencing with the last episode, so I think I'm gonna focus myself a little bit on space, my friends. And yeah, now another thing, today I probably am going to fumble all of my words. It was just a very tiresome day, so yeah, if I fumble myself a little bit too much than usual, just disregard that. Now, in any case, my friends, I probably will double check this on the Season 3 playthrough, but I'm pretty certain I would bet a bunch of money, like 5 euros, that rockets are 35 tiles high. I'm pretty certain, is either 35 or 37, but I'm certain it's 35 tiles high. Which means this would be the height necessary for a rocket to fit over here, which would mean we would build the rocket platform right here, and then we just extend it all the way to that side. The way we are gonna do this time, we are gonna have petroleum rockets all on, like, we're gonna need far more rockets than usual. Petroleum rockets all towards one side, all of the other rockets towards the other, because we're gonna have rad rockets, which in turn are dependent on the... Do I even have a nuclear reactor? Maybe it's gonna fit. Hopefully. Maybe we'll be able to fit a nuclear reactor here. So, nuclear rockets go that way. Hydrogen rockets and any other rockets that are not petroleum rockets will go towards this side over here. Petroleum rockets, which are the backbone of any rocket fleet, go towards this way. At least for me, I love petroleum rockets. They are easy to use. You don't really need to do anything fancy. You just put a bunch of oxalite and petroleum inside of the rocket, and the rocket will just go, and it's gonna be happy. Unfortunately, it's missing 2 tiles of range to be able to cover the entire map. Otherwise, I would not use any other rockets. You can be sure of that. So, my friends, it is confirmed: petroleum rockets 35 tiles, which is like this, which would mean that the rocket platform would have to be built over here. Now, I want to save myself some medics, okay? I want to save myself some medics. We don't have a lot of wolframite, but we do have a little bit. Just tell me that I have enough to make nothing. Okay. It's fine. Who cares about that? Who cares about melting platforms? That's a problem for future me to deal with. Present me doesn't care. Come on, what are you? Oh, come on, bro. Do you really think about the future that much? Nah, let's build it out of gold. The most, like, soft of resources. The one that melts the faster. No, we're not. We're gonna make it out of iron, because iron at least can hold on for a little while. But yeah, if you don't have tungsten, be ready to replace your rocket platforms on a regular basis. But well, we don't have tungsten, so iron is the next best thing. With that in mind, let's make ourselves a bajillion iron. Let's go for 40 units of iron on every single one of these bits, because iron is right there in the middle, and so all of them can work, and so my dupes will be able to craft a bunch of iron for us, which is pretty cool. Now, that iron is actually... Yeah. That iron can serve a dual purpose, because this time I want to build a proper heat reclaimance system. And, well, we're gonna use a bunch of metal tiles. So, with that in mind, I just want to put this one over here out of measurement's sake. And after that, we need to start thinking about the ports, which is, granted, it's gonna be a lot of them. It probably would not be... Gotta be honest, this thing in the middle... I don't know. I don't know about that. But well. Now, my friends, a question for you guys. As you are probably aware, I'm usually not a big modder, or in the sense that I usually like to play my games as vanilla as possible, with just a few quality of life improvements, such as the snip tool, for example. But with that in mind, do you guys know if there is any mod that would tell you in a manual, like for example over here on the side, how many build orders you have? Like for example, you have 53 transit tube work orders waiting, and you are still missing 2.5 tons of plastic. You know, something like that, so that one can have an idea on how many things you already have requested out of your dupes. I don't know. I was thinking the other day about that, and it would be actually pretty useful, especially in the early game where your materials are always counted. That way it's like you put down the stuff and you know, oh, I need 5 tons of plastic, I only have 3 tons, time to make 2 more. And that way you don't overproduce anything. But well, in any case, we do have a good amount of petroleum. I already reopened the refineries over here so that we make even more. Let's convert as much plastic as we can, and then, you know, we'll call it a day. On the other side, we already have a good amount of water in storage, so that's gonna be plenty of petroleum for us. Oh? Wait. Hello, smog slug? Who is you? Smog slugs are porous creatures that draw in unbreathable gases during the day. At night they sleep near exposed gas pipes where they deposit their cash. You don't provide me with energy now, do you? Damn it. I just want slug... I'm not going to murder you, because you probably have not yet, like, okay, like, what is the purpose of this? Like, empower the vents? Oh boy, okay, whatever. The only reason why I don't murder you is because I don't know if you already pooped an egg or not, because you are totally useless. Nothing like making a billion iron orders in order to make your cooling chamber work at near capacity, my friends. Yeah, these bad boys, as you can see, they can take the heat very well. We are producing iron of all of these things. All of them are pumping very toasty petroleum into the chamber. And the system just handles it, no problemo. Now, my friends, whenever you build a large tube like this, it's always worth it to do small exits along the tube length. Just, you know, so that your dupes, should they want to stop over here, they can take the tube instead of going up the stairs, you know. It just helps them out a little bit. For now, it's not going to be major useful, so it's just one of those things. But yeah, wait, why no power? No power, why? That's a lie. Oh, the game is lying. No power because no tube. Once the tube is there, the power it will come. You know, it doesn't want to waste power. Yeah, it's environmentally friendly. You know, it's green tech. Well, my friends, transportation will never be the same in this colony, because this is only the beginning of our tube network. The objective is to have a tube go to every single point of interest in this colony. Right now, this is the most beneficial one, but eventually we'll have one that... Well, my friends, you will have to excuse me, one of the interns got himself in the manager lounge. No. She is still not informed that only managers are allowed in here, so yeah. She's still new around here. Not really. But in any case, as I was saying, the objective is to have a tube going everywhere. I already left some space over here on purpose, so that we have a tube going down on each side of the colony. And, you know, so that they end up over here on the forge, on the power plant, over here in the refinement... filtration area. Any point of interest should have a tube access thingy there, so that, you know, dupes can go from over here into the other side of the map without having to walk. Alright, my friends, change of plans. I've been thinking about it, and yeah, the way we are gonna go is quite simple. We're gonna go make a small corridor all the way to one edge of the map, and in here we're gonna have our access point towards the starport. The reason for that is I just want to make like a huge row of unloaders and loaders. Okay, and then we have our platforms, all of them, just in a straight line. That is actually pretty useful, because that means that on the top... on top of the loaders, well, we can't have rockets, right? Because they don't fit. But we are gonna need some space for some liquid cryogenics fuels, shall we say. And so, you know, it's actually mighty convenient that it's gonna be over here, you know, very close to the place where the rockets, which is gonna use those fuels, are gonna be. You know, so yeah, I've been thinking, and yeah, we'll have to change our access to this area a little bit, but I think that in the long run is going to be beneficial, especially because we're going to be using tubes for pretty much everything. Therefore, it's not like the walking distance for the tubes is not going to make any difference. So yeah, let's make this happen. So yeah, my friends, this is gonna be the new location. The reason for that is I noticed that I had this like big ass stair with a big ass rail over here. This is temporary, so this is gonna go away eventually, and that means we can just connect this ladder all the way from the bottom of our colony to the top of our colony. That in conjunction with the tube and the rail, it's like all the tubes need to travel efficiently across the entire colony. Now I'll also have this rail over here and another one over here to the side that is gonna follow this thingy over here, so we'll have 3 access to the top, from the bottom of the map to the top of the map. So yeah, I think this is probably the best way to progress, and then they can just, you know, walk over here and then do their business. I mean, we are not gonna drop them right next to the rocket, because plastic and rockets are not things that go together very well. So, you know, they have to walk either way. Wait, what? These things consumed 5 tons of polluted water in like 5 cycles? Bro, that was a lot of water. Wow, really? New tube connected? Are you sure, game? I don't know about you, but to me it looks like it is well connected, as there is a bunch of dupes coming through there. Like, the wire is also connected. Man, like these things, the transit tubes, from time to time they get a little bit freaky. I think I just need to save and load the game for this thing to work. There we go, see? I loaded the game back in and now everything works. Like, this thing can be a bit funky, but oh well. There is a fix, that's all that it matters. But in any case, my friends, given that now we have this beautiful platform ready to receive us, I'm pretty certain I did the calculations correctly, but still let's double confirm this, because I don't want to have to rebuild everything. Please tell me that I did the calculations correctly. 35 tiles, right? Right, 35 tiles, perfect. Okay, so here's the thing. Gases, we know that we can only transport 1 kilo at a time per pipe, per second, right? Right. Oxygen takes a very long time to load. Therefore, you're gonna need a bunch of gas loaders. So, yeah. Out of safety, 3. It's okay, you know. Not perfect, but yeah, it's better than nothing. Unloading, well, it suffers from the same problem. So guess what? We are gonna have 1. Am I making this out of gold instead of iron? God damn it. But yeah, we're gonna have an equal number of unloaders as well. Now, for fluids, we're gonna only have 2 of these, because loading fluids into the rocket, never gonna happen. Gotta be honest. If it's gonna happen, at least I don't remember. Not in this colony anyway, in other colonies it's different. Now, unloaders, that's quite different, because we need 1 for at least, you know, water, 1 for hot stuff, and 1 for other non-water thingies. So 3 unloaders, of course made out of freaking gold, obviously. But yeah, 3 unloaders, and then for the solids, once again, I don't see a purpose of loading stuff into the rocket, only unloading, but still, because safety is a thing, we're gonna have 2 loaders over here. 1 and 2, and then 3 unloaders. 3, you know what, 4 unloaders, because solids is actually the things we are gonna request the most. So yeah, if we can unload super fast, that means we can send the rocket again super fast. So yeah, this is everything that we need when it comes to unloading rockets. As you can see, it's a significant part of the map. Alright, just for the ports. So if we can unite all of the starports in a single, like, row, that is gonna benefit us, because we don't have to build this thing again. So yeah, time to build a couple of starports now, because now we can. Let's go over here. Let's start by building a few of these bad boys. 3 for now should be more than enough. I mean, we are only gonna have 1 carbon dioxide rocket going for now, so it's not like it's gonna make too much of a difference. But still, if we can start making all of this, it would be pretty nice. Because, yeah, this thing needs accessory stuff as well. Like, for example, power. These things are gonna consume a redonkulous amount of power. So, yeah, my friends, let's take a look at the stuff we already have available. Because I already have researched plenty of stuff. So, if we wanted, we could go straight into steam. We don't have petroleum. I thought we had the petroleum engines already, but no, that's fine. That's fine. The easiest way of dealing with this early game problem, well, is to put just one of these bad boys, a carbon dioxide engine, and from here we just need one of these, and then one of this. I think we still have a little bit of space, right? Yeah, we still have a little bit of space to make, like, for example, the few solar panels. When I say a few, it's like 2 of them, maybe? No, it's none. 0 tiles remaining of range. Maybe we might even have gone overboard. Because this thing just lets you build infinitely, if you so desire. Yeah, we went overboard with it. Really? I thought we could... Look, I don't know, this thing is a bit weird, okay, because some rockets, like, I don't know if this is fixed or not, but some rockets will just let you build infinitely. Okay, not this case, apparently, not this case, but yeah, you could just make a huge tower. Of course, the dupes would not build it, but you could put the ghosts, like, of a huge tower, and the game would allow you to do that, but, you know, not this time. Okay. I don't know why. I think this rocket is not properly sized. It looks a little bit too big from what I can remember. But well, for now we just want this, and we'll add the other modules later. So, in this nice cycle that we have over here, we start the construction of another hypertube connection so that our dupes can start working a little bit faster. If they are not traveling, they are working, and so, you know, it's better for them if we... arrange them proper travel means, you know. Besides, that is at a lower priority than this. Oh, fan-freaking-tastic. This thing is built... That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Game, you were trying to fool me. Look at this. We only have 1 more tile. The game was like, no. You can build like 5 solar panels. It is fine. Yeah, game. Good try. Good try. I see what you did. See what you did. Now that once we build this, yeah, you see, it won't allow us to build more. So that glitch is still in the game, but your dupes won't build it, it's just gonna get stuck. But in any case, my friends, doesn't matter, because now we have access to the inside of the rocket. We can now build a cockpit for our dupes. So we are gonna start by deconstructing the rocket control station so that we can relocate it. Now... How is this thing gonna work? Because... yeah, we still don't have large facilities to supply oxygen and stuff like that to these rockets, so we'll have to improvise a little bit, okay? Once again, temporary, but we'll try to make things as permanent as we can. Starvation. What? Cosmo. Well, you could have let me know before you are in starvation mode, because now it's nighttime. You know, nighttime dupes don't work to send you food. Yeah, really? You could not tell me like a little bit sooner. Okay. Okay, so what do we do in cases like this? It's quite simple, my friends. We go over here. We request edibles. As said, we request edibles. Berry sludge. We do have a significant amount of the stuff. Now, like I said, it's downtime. No one is gonna work unless we tell them to do so. So, now I need to monitor the dupe that is gonna carry the berry sludge, because, yeah, I don't want them spreading the freaking thing all over the place. Okay, there we go, Camille is carrying the berry sludge with her. Please, no one else carries berry sludge. Oh no, they are gonna spread the freaking thing all over the place. It's fine. 1 kilo of berry sludge, that's not even close to enough. Camille. That's a joke! 1 kilo of berry sludge, that's how much? 4,000 calories. Oh man, they're gonna pee all over the place. Oh man. You know what? 4,000 calories, it's good enough. Everybody just go do your business, please, and that's it, that's it. 190... Nah. We now reduce this to 1 priority, we let 2 packets go, and then we drop the rest on the floor. I mean, that's way more than 1 packet, but that's totally fine. And then we request this to be cleaned and swept back into the fridge, which is gone. You know what, we can do it on this one. Allow manual use, sweep only, perfect. Alright, my friends, now, when it comes to cockpit design philosophies, there are at least 2 different approaches. You can either try to Tetris as much as you can into a rocket, or you can try to go for the aesthetically pleasing route and just don't worry too much about it, right? As long as you can fit some basic necessities inside of your rocket, that's all that it truly matters. Now, right now, because we don't have access to a lot of good stuff, or in this case infrastructure, piped water, piped oxygen, piped everything, right? We will have to make do. By the way, let's just make sure no one decides to come over here and poop, because dupes will do that. We'll have to make sure that, yeah, the dupes will have access to the basic stuff, but because we don't have, you know, the pipes yet, we'll have to use, like, oxygen diffusers and outhouses and all of that. Now, one thing, good sir, do you produce power? Some rocket engines do, others don't. I don't think this one does produce power. So, that's less than ideal. So yeah, given that that thing doesn't exactly produce power, and we only have 2 solar panels, meaning we'll only have access to 120 watts of power, and that is gonna be... well, this doesn't count, but that's gonna be consumed by the oxygen diffuser, which is, yeah, 120. That's less than ideal, right? However, we just need to build a small battery inside of our cockpit, once again temporarily, that is gonna store enough power for us to go into space and, you know, do a bunch of research, and then we'll come back and just, you know, park the rocket for a little while, refill the battery, go back again. You know, it should be relatively okay, especially once everything is fully pressurized. This thing is not going to be operational like most of the time, so... yeah, it's one of those things. Now, my friends, in order to explore space, everybody knows that you need a telescope, right? Right. Now, I don't know if this thing needs to be pointing into a window, because, you know, clearly the telescoping part, you know, the lens is right there, or if this window, you know, it's good enough. I suppose we'll have to try it. The moment we get, like, in here, we will find out immediately if it was going to work or not, so yeah, that's totally okay to experiment. And then, you know, we have, like, all the necessities that we need. We're gonna need some plastic for that thing over there, so that's industrial ingredients. No, it's manufactured materials. There we go, base manager. And now we don't need a lot, let's say 1 ton for now. That's not gonna give us access to a lot of databases, but it's experimental, right? Right. We are gonna need another one for algae, for that thing. And I think that's pretty much it, right? Yeah, all the needs are covered. We put like 10 kilograms of berry sludge over here for the dupe knot, and we call it a day. Wait, I'm being a dum-dum. There is one thing still missing, my friends, and that's the oxygen for the exosuit dock. Now, because we are not gonna have storage, and yeah, this is exploration rocket, I don't think we're gonna have storage in here for oxygen. At least, not anytime soon. So what we do is we build a big pipe like this, and this is gonna be our storage for oxygen. That's plenty of oxygen. It's gonna take the mini gas pump a little bit of time to fill that up, but yeah, it's one of those things. Alright, my friends, so this is how the rocket is gonna look as the final project. Temporary, but you know, this is what we are gonna have, at least for the beginning. However, for my sanity's sake and for the sake of time, we're gonna deconstruct the telescope and we're gonna build one of these things, a manual generator right there. We're gonna allow a dupe to come over here, run a little bit, just so that we can pressurize this thing, you know, because right now, due to the fact that this planet doesn't really receive a lot of light, the solar panels are not exactly working at maximum efficiency. I'm pretty certain that once we get into space that is no longer a problem, so we won't have the we won't have the power problem that we are facing right now. So yeah, we just need to have the dude come over here, run, pressurize this. This will then make sure that this pipe is filled up with oxygen, which is just gonna stop all the machines, the battery is gonna be filled up, and then we can just leave and go somewhere else, you know, do some science stuff. So yeah, we are in just, I would say, a few cycles, well, let's not jinx it, but we are a few cycles away from just getting a first dupe into space. Yeah, you see, a quick jog later and everything just works much quicker. The chamber is almost fully pressurized, which is nice. Of course, we're still gonna have to wait a few extra cycles, but I feel like we're good when it comes to having this thing ready this episode. So yeah, hopefully we will be able to send our first dupe knot into space pretty soon. Now, my friends, while this thing is doing its thing, quote-unquote, how about we start thinking about the fuel? Usually I just bring a wire with some automation. Yeah, like, forget about that this time. We are not gonna do that, because we just need that rocket like 3 or 4 times, and then we're done with it. So we're gonna send some carbon dioxide from here, which we were storing for all of this time, right? Send it through this ginormous pipe into this rocket. Whatever doesn't fill the rocket gets vented into the outside. I think this thing takes like 100 kilos. I thought it was 150. It's only 100. So yeah. Because we don't want to have carbon dioxide stuck in the pipes, because this is a pretty frosty area and the carbon dioxide will liquefy and cause a bunch of problems. So yeah, let's just get this carbon dioxide out of here. As we can see, 100 kilos have already leave the thingy, so now all we do is... there we go. If we need to refill it again, we'll refill it. If not, oh well, we'll deconstruct this in the future. Well, my friends, while this thing is just doing its thing, I mean, we do have to wait a little bit. I was thinking to myself, how about I start working on the things that we are gonna need over here for the future. You see, right now we are facing a little bit of a oxygen shortage. As you can see, things are not ideal, maybe. That would be a good way to describe it. We still are producing enough oxygen, do not worry. Things just stalled a little bit because this thing was full of hydrogen, which kind of pressurized the chamber for a little while. But all is fixed. Eventually we'll start pumping enough oxygen. You see, these things produce 888 grams per second. We have 2 dupes consume 100 grams, so in theory we have enough oxygen production for like 16 dupes. We have 11 over here right now, so everything is cool. But that is not going to suffice. Not for the levels of production that we need. We are going to need a big oxygen chamber. Real big. This size kind of big, you see. So with that in mind, we need to start mining this environment over here. There is only one issue. The temperature over here is extremely frosty, which means we are gonna have some challenges when it comes to our project. Water doesn't like this temperature, and many gases also don't like this temperature. There is a lot of things that don't like this temperature. So yeah, that's gonna be a small issue. But do not worry, because we are gonna just mine everything. We build a chamber, we vacuum everything out. We then build insulated pipes with some automation that prevents water from being stuck inside of the pipes. All of the water is always going to be inside of storages that are going to be temperature controlled. That way we don't go and you know, have any problems with temperature. Still, you know, it does require a little bit of construction, so, you know, time to start the mining out process of this thing. Alright, my friends, this thing is finally full. It was taking its sweet time, especially because it's the first time. Now we still need to fill up the pipe, but well, I'm feeling confident that we can depart now. Even if this thing is not gonna be at full power, shall we say. For most of the journey, this is mostly experimental, shall we say. We kinda want to see if this is gonna work the way we think it's gonna work. So yeah, I'm gonna give it the rest of the cycle, and then we'll deconstruct this, build the telescope, build the checkpoint over here, and then we are gonna go over here and tell Camille, you know what? Being a rocket pilot is actually not the worst thing for a scientist, you see. Yeah, we'll give rocket piloting level 1. Plus 3, it's not terrible, so you know what? Yeah, there we go. You're no longer a scientist, now you are a cool pilot, Camille. And of course, that after that we'll need to come over here and give the assignment to Camille. Now, until we press crew, Camille is not gonna be called into the rocket, so that's totally fine. Like I said, I just want to wait the rest of this cycle until we are in a... Hopefully with this full, but even if this thing is not full, we'll just go anyway, because I'm tired of waiting. Now, on our excavation efforts over here, as we can see, at least the excavation part is almost done. We just need to make the building part now happen. Alrighty, let's just get the telescope and the checkpoint built, and after that we'll just send this rocket in here and test to see if the telescope works in order to unlock new tiles, because here's the thing, even though this engine is temporary, in the future we can deconstruct this engine and put a better one underneath this Spacefarer module, so we will deconstruct this, but not this part, so yeah. Even though the carbon dioxide is not the best engine to make exploration rockets, we will soon be unlocking the one that is the one that we want. Alright, my friends, everything is built, and in order to stop the dupes from utilizing the oxygen inside of this thing, let's start the mission, shall we? Let's call in the crew. Let's change the destination to be right over there. Hopefully the rocket will stay in orbit and not land. I don't think it lands by itself, but we'll see. So yeah, Camille should be around here. So no. Okay. Toasty berry sludge. Everybody likes themselves a little bit of a toasty berry sludge, am I right? Right. Okay, so are you okay, Camille? Sure hope so. There we go. Begin launch sequence. Everybody, we're gonna have toast for dinner. Today, Camille. Camille? Because, I bet you, here we go. You see, because Camille did not have the skill. There we go. Should be all fixed now. Beautiful, my friends. Here we go. Into the outer space. Into orbit we go. Are we gonna stay in there? We are. Cool. So now, at least this part is working. Now this one. You're not going to operate it, are you? Let me, Oh, okay. It does work. Our power consumption, on the other hand, is just a little bit... not great. Okay. You know, it's one of those things, we just need to wait for this thing to fill up. Camille is gonna be fine in here, okay? Camille is gonna be fine. She's not gonna die, she has enough supplies to last her a very long time. The battery actually is able to recharge if she's not doing anything, which means that whenever she goes to sleep, I don't know if the sun is up in space during nighttime, but oh well. It's one of those things. It kinda works. Radiation. Oh man, I forgot one thing. The extreme radiation of space. Yeah. Space is a bit... well, let's just say it's gonna give you sprinkles in the brain, given the amount of radiation. We just need to switch some of these airflow tiles to plastic to, you know, generate a little bit more protection. But yeah, other than that, there is very little we can do about that. Oh, the bathroom, Camille, don't you dare pee on the floor. Forgot about this. Don't, no, 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 no. Camille, 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 Camille. Don't pee on the floor. You're joking. Yeah, oh man, okay. Camille is gonna pee on the floor. He's gonna fill this thing with polluted oxygen. Camille, get the hell out of there. That thing had dirt inside of it. It had dirt. It was operational. Man, okay, land here. Okay, Camille, get out, get out. Don't pee on the floor. Don't pee on the suit. Don't pee anywhere. Go back. Please don't pee. Please don't pee. Okay, Camille. Don't. Get out of there. Out, 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 out. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 Camille. Alright, Camille made it. Okay, now this thing has a bunch of visits remaining, so let's repeat the process, shall we? So yeah, this thing has like 3 visits to space, given that we fumble our first one because someone forgot to bring the dirt. That someone probably was me. Well, now we are just, you know... Okay, Camille is over here already. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. In space we have more power. Go, 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 go. Wait, no destination? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Go there. Now, my friends, while Camille is busy in space doing space stuff and space science, we are gonna do our best to remove this extremely cold temperature from here. One of the things that we are gonna do is we are gonna, you know, mine out everything, and that is gonna create 1 billion ice. We're gonna take all of that ice and we're gonna move it somewhere else. Because if this ice is out of here, it is far easier to warm up everything that we have in here. Yeah. Other than that, we'll have to vacuum the... once the chamber is built, we'll have to vacuum it out, which is going to, in a way, reset the temperature. Just in a way, not really, but... you know, it's one of those things. It's gonna be a bit complicated, but we will prevail in the end. Now, for the chamber itself, we are going to need an industrial level of oxygen, my friends. We are gonna need at least 3 of these things working for the main base itself, because that means it's like 16 and 24 dupes. You know, that's an acceptable amount of dupes, especially because I won't be able to house all of them, and therefore we probably will not have 24 dupes at any given time inside of the colony. And other than that, we also need 4, so that we have 3200 grams being produced of oxygen, so 3 plus 4, 7 of these things in total. The reason for that is we're gonna have 3 pipes of oxygen going in, right? And we want these pipes to be always filled, so that we are not wasting time, and therefore 3 kilograms of oxygen production minimum is a must. So that's where the numbers come from. 7 of these bad boys. Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting, because you see, these things require a little bit of cooling, not a lot of cooling, just a little bit, and so usually the water that goes in tends to be just enough. The problem is, if we build radiant pipes in this temperature, the radiant pipe is going to acquire this temperature. And then the first packet of water that goes through there immediately freezes in the pipe, causing a bunch of problems inside of a sealed chamber. That's not cool. That's not cool. So yeah, we also need to work around that small issue. But well, for now the most important part is to just remove this thing. How are things going in here? Perfect, you see? Full battery. This thing is max pressure, everything in here is filled up. We can enable this building again. By the way, how much power do you consume? I don't even know. 120. Okay, that's totally fine. Which means that Camille can now do a space exploration. Oh, would you look at that? We already have a sandy ore field, meaning we have renewable sandstone, sand, algae, and copper. This is not, you know, the best kind of ore field to get for copper, but you know what? It's a good one to have. I much rather have this one than the ones with slime and like there is only this, there is some ore fields that only have disgusting stuff in them. So yeah, this one is a good one. Oh man, Camille is already feeling the effects of radiation in space. Now, if she's going to operate in here, it's only natural that she's going to feel these effects, as the radiation in there is the most potent. There is very little we can do about that. We can't really build a protection on top of that, because there is no space, right? Right. And now, working in here shouldn't be that bad. Given that, you know, there is this shield over here protecting this area, so... Yeah, we need to replace these things with plastic squares, bricks... thingies? Tiles. Plastic tiles. Because these oh, we have the plastic in here. Yeah, but I kind of wanted to use it to make these things, but yeah, whenever we land, we'll make it. Because plastic absorbs radiation a lot... more efficiently than, for example, this thing, the airflow tile. This thing absorbs nothing. 6% radiation absorption. Yeah, like, that's nothing. Alright, my friends, so when it comes to the exploration of space, this is what we have. Next time we launch, we can come, for example, over here, so that we can explore this area, and then over here to explore this area. Yeah, this thing has a range of 3 tiles in front of you. It's actually pretty cool that they can still, you know, utilize this through the thick hull of the cockpit. This must be a very powerful telescope, let me tell you, my friend. So, yeah, pretty cool on that regard. Let's just, you know, since we are already here, make a bunch of databanks, given that this thing is probably gonna get grounded for, like, eternities after it... After we utilize all the resources, just the dupes getting in will use so much oxygen from this thing that it's gonna take forever for the... thing to get back into working order. Or we can just ignore that and send Camille anyway, because clearly in here, you know, we do have all the power that we need, so we can also do that. Now, the technology that we are looking for are these two things. However, we might need 280 databanks, not like just 50 or something. Yeah, that's a lot of databanks, my friends. That's a lot of databanks. And to be honest, we do need a laboratory for our friends, because this thing, well, this is not a room for starters, because it's too big. Way too big. Yeah, this is not a room. This could be utilized for other means, and I think I'm gonna build them, you know, their own laboratory in space with the new make two new rooms. We have the laboratory, and we have one that I don't think we have access to just yet. We don't, which is like the control station or something like that. Or is all of that in the... Oh, all of that is in the laboratory. So yeah, we do need to make a laboratory in space anyway, because we do need to make the mission control station in space, in the laboratory, and that thing I believe needs to be exposed to space. I don't know. I don't know where that thing is, but I'm pretty certain it should be around here. Or we haven't unloaded just yet, because yeah, it's this thing must be operated by a dupe with astronomy skill, requires a clear line of sight to space in order to function, needs to be inside of a laboratory. All of the other things also need to be inside of a laboratory, so guess what? First we need another scientist dupe, because Camille is clearly occupied, but you know, for these purposes we don't need the mission control, because the rocket is not moving, but we're gonna need it in the future. Still, having another science dupe would not be a terrible idea. We can always convert them later on into Rocketeer dupes, so once again, not a super big problem there. The oxygen is the problem, so yeah, we are already well prepared for the next episode so that we deal with that issue as fast as humanly possible. Now, my friends, since we are already here, how about we talk about the heat reclamation system? I think it's going to be pretty simple. We are not going to build it just yet. First, we need to make sure we have all the platforms. Only after we unlock the petroleum engines is worth it anyway. But pretty much the idea would be to start making metal tiles as close to the platform as possible. Like, for example, like this, and then we would make a big chunky block like this. Inside of this big chunky block, we put some radiant pipes made out, for example, of iron. Tungsten would be better, but you know, it is what it is. Something along these lines. In here, we would put petroleum, and yeah, the petroleum would then go into a steam chamber, and, you know, have its own radiator, and then every platform would have something like this. All of these would be connected to a single steam chamber. On each side of the chamber, we put a steam engine, steam thingy. I forget the name sometimes. A steam turbine. We put a turbine on each side of the platform, and the turbines, you know, generate power from the heat of the rockets, and also, in a way, keep the entire area cold, protect the map from the blast of hot exhaust. You know, there is multiple advantages of building these things. Okay, I'm just gonna leave these around so that I don't forget, because the base manager tends to forget a lot of things. So we'll prioritize 4, give it a priority of 4, so that the dupes don't do it. You know, it's just here, and if they have spare time, they'll do it. If not, well, they should be concentrating on other things. So, yeah, at least this part is also figured out. Should be pretty easy, and yeah, how are things over here? Camille is getting a little bit toastified by the radiation, but oh well, it is fine for now. You know what, my friends, as long as we have enough to make this one, I'm happy. Because I never use this small petroleum, I just jump to the big ones. But how about we, you know, do the middle step this time? Let's unlock this research. Camille, how many databanks do we have over here? We have 33. Guess what? That's more than enough. You can come back, start researching that thing. That way we'll do gradual and small steps in the upgrade of this particular rocket. Whenever we start building our trucker rockets and our truck rockets in this case, and our colonization rocket, we should have all the technology available to us, so we don't need to do any upgrading. But for now, some upgrade is required. Given that we have the databanks, I'm just gonna let the day elapse so that Camille has a nap in here, and then we'll come back and do the research. Alright, Camille, it is okay to come back now. You have done plenty. Pretty happy with your performance, and your exploration rocket, your science vessel, should be oh wait, I can do this now. Oh my god, you guys have no idea how much I wanted to do this for so long. I believe this is how... No, it doesn't sound correct. Okay, Google says it is correct, so there we go. The science vessel is now a reality. Beautiful. I love it. Now, my friends, when it comes to make a laboratory, yeah, we're not gonna make just a square room. That's boring. No. I want my dupes to operate in comfort and in relative security. So what we will do is just, we'll make a small airlock over here so that the dupes can come. A lot of lag to the game, so that the dupes can come and remove their Atmos suits in safety, of course. On the top, we might even have 2 laboratories. What we do is we make like a small ladder, like so, over here, and then a door, for example, like over here, and one over here, like so. And then we make a room, for example, like this for a regular science. Right, and then this room over here for space science, and then we can even put one of these just for decoration, of course, because, like, there is almost no purpose. Where is it? One of these over here, just, you know, because it looks cool, and, you know, it's a laboratory after all. It might need an enclosed telescope, I would argue, but, yeah, we can do, like, something like this, have multiple laboratories. Have the mission control over here, have a bunch of glass over there, for example, like so, so that the mission control is exposed to space. We can then even have more glass over here, because I don't know about you, but I find glass to... Okay, I find glass to be extremely beautiful. So, yeah, more glass, more beauty, more everything. Now, my friends, even a structure like this is gonna be extremely expensive, especially when it comes to minerals, because, yeah, each one of these squares needs to be filled up with one of these tiles, so, yeah, it's gonna be one of those things. But, oh well, it's a investment on the future of science, of course. Ooh. What is this? Why do we have this music? Planetoid detected? How? Oh, it's this one over here. This is the one we want to go. Like, yeah, in here we're gonna find all the metals in the world. And we got pretty lucky because this time we even got copper, which is pretty nice. This one we don't care. This one is also pretty nice, although the salt water will come at a very toasty temperature. Cool, pretty happy. It's super close to our base and everything, which means we can have the CAN buzz thingy working no problem, because there is like no range difficulty and whatever. Alright, I like it. Now, by the way, how did you discover that? This is... Oh, Camille, you shouldn't be operating this thing on the ground. But, you know, thank you anyway. And now, my friends, this is gonna be the last cycle of the episode. However, I have to admit I'm pretty happy with the progress that we got done today. The tube transportation network is going to improve our lives considerably. The dupes will be able to travel around the colony much faster, and the more we build, the better, because, you know, they won't require to go, for example, over here in order to go somewhere. They can jump from here straight into space, or... Well, up next we have this one, straight into space instead of just walking all of these over here to this one. So the more we extend this tube, the better. Our tubes will start working more instead of just commuting all the time, which is pretty cool. Now, the science vessel actually turned out to be a little bit better than I have first anticipated, given that whenever we are in space we actually can accumulate a little bit of battery, and so everything tends to work somewhat smoothly. Especially when it comes to make data banks. So yeah, probably Camille will be going into space pretty soon again, if she can get this research done. However, maybe it's gonna go in an upgraded rocket, which probably is going to stray a little bit from the orbit of this planet. If we can punch the rocket into the, you know, fog of war over here, we can start discovering the mysteries that lie beyond. So yeah, we might even be able to do that, but the main focus of everything, if I can press the right place, is to make the oxygen chamber. It is our biggest problem right now, and therefore it requires the most priority, shall we say. But oh well, my friends, with all of that said, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye.